Hi guys, we Bob here, and this is a kind of vlog, chilled out chat. I've been watching Dell's chats, I've been watching Mainmeister's Friday Waffle for many years, and occasionally I've done these kind of videos over my time on YouTube, which I got told the other day was 8 years I've had this channel for. YouTube coming up saying you've had this channel for 8 years, which I was quite surprised about, but it does make sense. It was around 2017, 16, 17 that I started this channel. And I then broke away with the artwork channel, the Wee Bob art channel. And that was doing a lot better. I think I'm over 4,000 subscribers on there now, which is fantastic. So for anybody that subscribes to that, thank you very much. And I've only done about 147 videos over in that channel. I was hoping to get a video out this weekend on that channel, and I was working on a few things to see if they would come to fruition. But I figured if I like watching other people just chat nonsense, Kev, when he used to do his kind of Friday talky thing, Mainmeister, why not just do one myself? It's not really to do with subscribers or business models on this channel, whereas the Wee Bob Art was more of a um channel to try and have a kind of retirement plan. So, like in 20 years, when I'm at that kind of age, I could possibly move over to having a side income. So that's why I treat that one a wee bit more kind of tutorials and that type of thing. But anyway, sorry, I've been talking and I haven't mentioned this thing up here, which you've probably been reading. So, a miracle bound in chains so tight, where justice walks in shadowed light. In the quiet, power heals and harms what secrets or what secret lies in prison's arms. So it is up there. I'm looking at it right now, and it's just to kind of interact with you. I would like you to put in the comments anybody that wants to play along to what movie this riddle refers to. Apologies for my unshaven appearance. I have to go and shave later on today, as well as cut my hair. We'll get there eventually. So yeah. Hence a hat, because my hair's like kind of growing more than it should have. Anyway, so I'll put up a few of these during. There's going to be at least three, I think, that I've got. I do have more riddles, but that's kind of going to be a wee feature of this. Should I do this on a weekly basis or an every 2 week basis? We'll see. Um, so this week's been kind of difficult. I haven't had the chance to watch much because I was working Saturday 12-hour shift, Sunday 12-hour shift, and then I work a kind of normal 4 day week. It's about 10 hours each shift. I think it's 9.75 to be precise. Um, in terms of my normal working week. So it's been kind of 6 days in the trot. I was off yesterday, doing a few things. I can hear my dogs barking in the background. Um, Doing a few things around the house, just taking time to chill out and enjoy not working. I'm probably working next weekend. I'm not confirmed yet, but if I am, this may not happen next week because time will be more limited. I might try and do it on the Friday and put it out then. So, not sure what I'm going to call this, and we'll see. It's just that having this little room now that my boy was in, it needs like paint, as you might be able to tell from some of the walls. Um, it's I don't want to change it from being a bedroom because it's a bedroom slash kind of studio kind of thing where he had his computer and just like a one wee wardrobe thing. It's like an addition to the house. I don't think it's an actual proper room, or it's not supposed to be. But I don't want to change too much because he might come back from working down in England, which he's doing just now, and we'll see. So I would like to get it set up a bit better for myself, but we'll play that with time. But it does give me the opportunity to come in here and not worry too much about getting distractions. If I do, I can pause this, but I don't have to worry about what I'm saying or be overly conscious about people walking back and forward, which I had to do in every other place that I've actually done YouTube in throughout this house. This room is ideal because it's right. You've got to go through like 4 doors to get here. Um, so on the wee thing here is, one of the reasons I wanted to do this is I have been out and I'm going to take down this at the moment. Delete. Where's the delete key? There. No, I don't want to delete that. I want to delete. Okay. So that's deleted. So I'll bring up the next one in a few minutes' time when I get a chance. I'll try and what I was saying there. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm doing this is I was out cutting a tree. One of the trees that we've got is in the front garden, and it was Storm Owen or Owen or however you say the storm's name. The tree was lifting the grass. You could see the grass kind of starting to lift, and I was pretty worried about it. My roof had already been damaged by that point. Half of my roof kind of folded over above a certain part of the house, and we had quite a bad damage, which has been sort of patch repaired at the moment, and it needs probably final repairs. So I need to go get some quotations for that. But this big tree I've got in my front garden, you could see it lifting the grass, and I was just like, this is going to come down and hit the house. And it wouldn't just be simple, it'll be full walls needing repaired and everything. So thankfully it didn't. But I then subsequently got a chainsaw. I actually hand sawed most of it because it was quite a big tree, not a massive tree, but it was probably 8 meters tall, with some big branches on it which were heavy. So my front garden is like covered in branches, and I've just been chopping each of them up and putting them in the brown bin. But I was listening to Mainmeister and Del Boy did a Friday Waffle together, and they were talking. Steve's Gaming had put a question about toys, dangerous toys that you had as a kid. And they went on for ages about this, but I was loving it. I was just out there chopping up these branches and putting them in the bin. And I realised I had laughed out loud a few times. And I'm thinking anybody walking by here is going to be like, why is there a kind of crazy person just laughing to nothing behind this fence? But that's kind of what spurred me on to do this video today. I just thought if I enjoy, and I really do, I love listening along to loads of different channels. I do miss Kev's Friday. He used to do a kind of a waffle to a game, and I used to just quite enjoy listening to Kev talking. And Kev's got a great channel, and you can see he's getting people coming along because of all the kind of obscure things that he looks at or he tries to eat. Or just the one I looked at today was him doing a chainmail video, and he likes dressing up or cosplay. So well done him. I mean, to have the confidence to do that. Excuse me, because I've got a stupid cough that's going on and on and on. So yeah, I'm just wondering why my dog's continually barking in the other room. Anyway, that's like I said, this is just a casual chat for you to listen along to, and me to talk nonsense through the screen. It's not particularly exciting. I don't expect this will boost my subscriber numbers massively or anything like that, because it is just a chat. And what you'll tend to find is that blogs and vlogs don't bring what they will bring is they'll usually bring a lot more people get to know you. People get to care for you in some way or other. I know that I kind of through watching Alan's and Del Boy's blogs, I care about what happens to them. I care about what their week's been like, and I'm hoping it's been good. But it's nice to listen to their woes as well, because Alan's had a few quite frank of conversations the past couple of weeks. He had a bit of a rough patch. I don't know what's involved in the rough patch, but it does help to know that other people's lives are not ideal. It's not the Facebook life or the Instagram life that you see. I'm on a beach, or I'm here or I'm there. And although it's not nice to see people go through horrible things, On the other hand, it does help each person realise that they're not alone and there's people that they can talk to, or whatever. So I'm going to bring up the next one if I can find it. I'm hoping it's not just the same one. Yeah, I think it is, unfortunately. Let's say delete that. Yeah, and bring up this one. See if this one's the same. No. So kind of shapes unabound, a faceless choir. Silent trust fuels frozen fire. Echoes shift where none remain. The nameless waits, yet speaks your name. Yeah, so quite. I did try to make these quite cryptic, so that they weren't too easy to guess. And you might. It's weird because when you're doing this, I was doing it online a wee bit, kind of getting some ideas. And when you know the movie, a riddle just seems so easy. You're like, oh, it's too easy. But then I thought, right, I'll try. I found like a kind of place that I could ask for riddles about movies, and then I could try and guess them myself. And I figured if I can guess them dead easy, other people will, because I'm pretty useless at riddles. And then I was trying to kind of find the balance of difficulty. How difficult should we make these movies and the movie guesses? And so hopefully you find that wee bit of fun. It's not meant to be serious. It's just put it down in the comments below. What I will probably do is reply to the comments, anybody that leaves a list of what they think they are, and I'll tell you whether you're right or wrong, or if you want an extra clue, I'm happy to do that as well. Time permitting, obviously. So yeah, tree cutting, enjoying listening to people's talking, whether it be Lawn Boys post or whomever. My wife bought a piano, so like a relatively decent piano, not like high end, because she wants to learn. So we weighted keys, and I used to play piano. I had piano lessons back when I was a kid. It used to be after school, and it was quite weird because I set up the piano and I immediately could play the chords. It was just like memory come back, and I could actually play some various little tiny tunes. So my wife is through in the other room at the moment. She's sitting playing the piano and using an Android app to try and learn how to play. So I wish her well, and hopefully she'll be able to play some cool stuff soon. We'll see. Yeah, I might sit down and have a shot myself and see if I can learn. I always find if you try and learn an instrument, the best way to do it is to actually find a tune that you absolutely love. And when you can realise that you can play it, because I play guitar, I have thought about putting guitar on here and doing some singing, which was a bit weird, but that's what I used to do, is play guitar and sing. And I will see. But I would like to get back into the piano learning. I love musical instruments. My dad was very musical, so growing up, I kind of admired my dad because he had singing voice, and he used to play an electronic harp, and it did push me into more of a musical kind of area, if you want to call it that. So we've got this piano, so I was setting that up earlier on today. It took about an hour to put it together. It's not like a kind of big, like a mini grand piano or anything like that. It's a kind of electronic. It's better than a keyboard. Like an electronic keyboard, it's a kind of a step up from a keyboard, but it's not like a high end piano. But good enough with weighted keys. It feels good. It feels you can feel the weight in the keys, and it's got the pedals. I've never used pedals in my life, so not quite sure how to use them. So I'm going to delete this thing off of here so that you're not getting distracted too much by it. Oh dear. So I'll leave you with that one to contemplate, and you can see, and I'll put another one up in a few minutes' time. Don't know how long this is going to go on for. I just figured I would turn the camera on, start talking, and see how long it lasted. And the weird thing is, whenever I see a Del Boy blog or Ian Hill the Ramblings, they're very long. Del's blogs go on for about 2 hours normally, and I know that it's a struggle for some people to watch. for me, it helps if it's longer. I heard Discord go there. I wonder if somebody's trying to get a hold of me. Let's have a quick peek. Make sure I'm not getting shouted at. Blah blah blah. No, we're all right. We're all right. Hopefully it won't keep going off in the notifications. Right. So I do hope this is recording, because otherwise I've just been sitting blabbing for no reason whatsoever. But Dell's vlogs do go on a bit. I watch him and Ian Hill the ramblings on the Wednesday usually. I do a rewatch. I watch afterwards, whether I'm playing a game or drawing. It gives me something to listen to while I'm doing other tasks, which is why I like them to be quite long. I have listened to nearly all of the live Wednesday night ones. I've listened to nearly every waffle that Alan's done over the years. It's just something I can put on in the background, do some DIY, have a chuckle at the various things that people are talking about. That's kind of the reason behind doing this. The other thing I was doing this week was I did the pointing. I was trying to do some pointing on the house. Some of the brickwork has got the mortars coming away, and I had to try and learn how to do that, which I've never done before. So, falling over here. Try and get this set up a wee bit better. I struggled a wee bit to get the camera to appear properly. It looks like I've got a bit really dirty face. It is just my rubbish attempt at growing a beard, even though I'm not trying to grow a beard. It's just I'm too lazy to have shaved so far. We'll get there today, though, later today. So, movies that I've watched this week, or movies that I've watched recently, I haven't, because I was working most of the time. I was coming in the house and turning on a TV show to watch, and I'm not a big TV show person. I'm more of a movie guy. But movies-wise, Companion, I started watching that myself, got it a wee bit bored, and turned it off about half an hour in. And then my wife and I were looking for a movie to watch, so we sat and watched Companion together, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's weird how a movie can change, and you can... I'm not going to give you any spoilers on Companion, but it is a good movie. I would say it seems to be getting bigged up. For me, it's a standard fare. There's nothing... I didn't really see anything new in it. Whereas, like I had mentioned, The Holdovers felt like a movie I'd never seen before or heard about or anything like that. And I do have another movie which I had on my list, which I watched last night. And I'm probably going to do a separate video on that because it's so out there. It's weird. It's a movie that's an 80s movie that's so weird. Not the best, but I have to do like an actual video on this movie. It's so wacky, and the people in it, you're just like, oh my goodness, who's that? And there's that person, and there's that person, and there's that person, and there's like an all-star cast, and you're just like, who come up with the script? Because it's odd. I can hear my other dog barking now. Anyway. So a TV show is because I was working late. I was coming in and maybe I'm only really managing an hour before I was too tired and needing to go to bed. So we've been watching The Pit, which is a kind of ER based kind of thing, emergency room. Not my type of thing, as my missus loves anything to do with hospitals and anything to do with hospital programs. She absolutely loves them. And I don't, because I don't really like seeing all the blood and gore, even though I watch The Walking Dead and all these other blood and gory things. But there's something about hospital programs, I guess it's just too close to life. And I struggle a wee bit with it. Let me just see if I can bring up another one of these clues for you. Hopefully it is. A silent path, a single sound, to break the rule is death unbound. A mother's will, a beacon bright, yet darkness hunts without its sight. So, what do you think it is? What movie do you think it is? I'm going to cough again. Sorry about that. Part of the reason I haven't done one of these is because I keep coughing whenever I talk for too long. and here I am talking at the moment for 19 minutes and 56 seconds. Anyway, we'll keep going. So watching The Pit, it's a decent, if you like hospital programs, I definitely recommend it. It's like ER rebooted with the guy that played Carter, but it's not the same characters, it's new characters. It's sort of like take ER, merge it with 24, because and then put it out as a TV show. So it's like hour 1, hour 2, hour 3, hour 4, hour 5, and so on inside the ER. Pretty decent. I'm enjoying it, which is unusual for me to enjoy a hospital program. So well worth a watch. We did start watching the other night Landman. So it's Billy Bob Thornton. It's to do with oil production in Texas, I want to say. And he's he's working for one of the big Texaco type companies as a fixer, would be the best way to describe it. He goes out and makes sure that the land can be drilled for oil. I'm really enjoying it so far. Ali Larter, or is that her name, from Final Destination, is in it as a kind of older mum. It's quite funny. Just yeah, it's well worth a watch if you like Billy Bob Thornton. If you like his kind of bad Santa routine, if you like that type of pure brutal humour, you'll enjoy Landman, I'm pretty sure. We finished watching Mr. Mercedes. That was the other thing my wife and I had been working our way through. Again, a Stephen King book adaptation. I've never read the book, although I have read a lot of Stephen King. Again, I'm going to just take this off so that it's not too distracting. Yeah, so a Stephen King book, and it's like a 3 seasons TV show. The first 2 seasons are definitely good. The third season, I think, it seems to be that they just wanted to make another season, and I think they could have. There was some important things in the last season, but they could probably just have added on another 4 episodes onto the previous season and covered off what was in season 3. So I would definitely recommend Mr. Mercedes as well. It's to do with a kind of a serial killer, if you want to call him that. A person who drives a car through a kind of jobs fair, killing loads of people. It's quite brutal. But what's his name? Gleeson. I can never remember his first name. He plays Mad Eye Moody in the Harry Potter. He's in Braveheart. He's in The Guard, which I've still to watch. He's in 28 Days Later as the dad. He's Domhnall's dad. Anyway, that guy, you'll know who I mean, hopefully. He's in it, and I just like the brutal humour. Again, just no holds barred, no filter kind of humour. It's pretty good. So I've been watching Landman. Landman is good. I think we're on episode 4. We've just finished. We did start Severance as well. With my daughter. She was coming up, but she stays in a different house. She's got her own house, so I need to wait until she comes up the road for us to watch that. And she's working a fair bit at the moment. In fact, she's probably due in. She might be home now, or at least home here, not home her house. So I don't know if I've got another one of these. Let's see if I can. No, I think that's a repeat again. Okay, so I've been kind of scatterbraining this a wee bit, so apologies for that. But hopefully you're just watching along for the sake of watching along. So put in your answers in the comments as to the what you think the movie is. I'm going to maybe dive in, take another screenshot quickly. Let me see if there's one there. So let me just do a print screen. And I'll drag this across. There you go. So Silent Kings and Endless Waves A thirsting land that none enslave. The blind yet see, the weak command. He who is many walks the sand. So, what movie is that? That one might be a bit easier for a few people, but hey, you might get the wrong one. You never know. So, yeah, those are the things I've been watching. I'm hoping that I can find my list of things that I was talking about. So yeah, the other thing we watched was Cobra Kai. Finished that. It was brilliant. I loved it. I'm a big Karate Kid fan, and Cobra Kai just a bit kind of young for me. Some of it a bit too. It did get a bit more brutal, and it's weird because it's one of those ones that's kind of aimed at a certain audience, a younger audience than what I am. But I still enjoyed it because I love the Karate Kid, and I think it's definitely a good addition to the lore, to the world of the Karate Kid. And it kind of takes a lot of things through to conclusion that wouldn't have been done with the movies. And it does. It puts a great spin on Cobra. It puts a great spin on the Karate Kid movies. So if you did like the Karate Kid, I definitely recommend watching Cobra Kai. Although you do have to get by the kind of teenagey kind of feel that it's got, because it is obviously based on kind of school age kids, I think. Right, so next section I've got here, I'm not going to go on for like hours in this. It's probably going to be about half an hour to 40 minutes at the most. But I'm going to do each week that I do one of these, which isn't going to be every week, it's just as time permits. A game from the shelf, a movie from the shelf, and then just talk about them. And if I have been playing games that week, I'll let you know. I am probably going to do, I was trying to do it earlier on. I'm probably going to try and do a wee video on my Burger Time mini arcade that I've got here, but trying to capture the screen footage. I don't know how Kev does it. He's obviously get a load of contraptions and stuff. Excuse me while I get a drink. So, game from the shelf. It's kind of apt because, and it wasn't actually on purpose, but I mentioned earlier on that I used to enjoy Kev did a kind of talkie video as opposed to his more visual stimulating videos. He does a lot of good stuff with a lot of props that he's got, but this game, Burnout Paradise, is the game that I've picked up from my shelf, and it's a brilliant game. I remember getting this on my PlayStation 3 and just that iconic Paradise City tune from Guns N' Roses, having that licensed. It's a game where you're kind of open world. If anybody's played any kind of Burnout game, you'll know that you crash into various things and you get kind of a slow motion crash replay. And in this one, it's kind of open world. There's races. There's one where you've got to race and hit the person off the road. There's a lot of stunt jumps and stunt gates and various things like that that are in it. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see the back there, if I can get the light shined off it. Paradise City, Team Up or Take Down, Burnout Your Way. So it's a great game. I played it online. Probably one of the only games I've ever played online with random strangers, and I actually had a great time at the time when it came out. I actually want to go and play it now, and just maybe the next one you'll see me playing some of that. I don't know. So that's the game from the shelf this week. I'm going to delete my my riddles. Excuse me. Sorry, that's that Pepsi I'm drinking. Yep. Okay. So the movie of the week now, I was in a charity shop, and I've actually picked up two versions of this, the 2D version and the 3D version. And this is a movie that my family love. It's a movie, again, I could probably just go and watch it now, although it's the wrong time of year for it. And I would quite like to see this version of it. Now, I've only picked this up a few weeks ago, and I'm wanting to kind of try it out, but I'll probably need to get some active 3D glasses for it. Now, it's a kids' movie. It's an animation, but it's kind of off the wall animation. It's kind of not your typical kind of Disney animation. It's more kooky. And the movie is a Monster House 3D. Now, I don't know if you'll see the 3D effect, and especially because the light keeps hitting it, but there is a kind of 3D effect to this. I don't know if it'll come up in the camera at all. Maybe a wee tiny bit. Also, it's a 2D camera, so what do you expect? And I keep getting notifications. I'm hoping that my desktop audio's off and you can't hear them, but Discord is clearly talking to me. But yeah, Monster House is a fantastic movie. If you've not seen Monster House, I definitely recommend you have a watch of it. It's a movie. It's like a movie about a kid that gets babysat, and there's like a grumpy old man across the street, like, get off my lawn, and he's a mean old man, but he's mean for reasons that the movie goes into, and it's quite a deep movie for a kids movie. It's got a nice story to it. It's got a quite scary. It's like, I don't know. There's bits of it in there. There's bits of the kind of Goonies, I guess, with the kids, and kind of 80s feel to it. Plus, there's like a kind of a larger kid in it, and it's just funny. I don't know. There's just something about it that's really kind of odd animation. It's a wee bit like the Turtles movie that came out recently. The Turtles, can't remember the name of it, but that came out, and it was a bit of a weird animated thing. So that's me kind of got to the end of my list of things that I wanted to talk about. I don't want to make this go on forever and ever, but I do think there's people out there that maybe just like listening to people talk about stuff, and it's kind of a wee bit of therapy for me just to talk about life from my point of view. We do have Arcade Club later this month. It's actually a couple of weeks' time, the 22nd, for anybody that's wanting to go down to Arcade Club in Bury. There's a bit of a meet-up of various YouTubers at their place, and it was good last year. We did a live waffle at the time. I'm guessing that we might do something similar this time. We'll see. I think we're going to go for a curry. So if you can make it along, definitely. I'm going along as things stand, assuming nothing else comes up, and we'll see how that goes. So thank you very much if you've listened this far. Remember, if you want a riddle, check out the riddles at the top. Give me your answers in the comments. We'll see if anybody actually comments, and if they don't, they don't. I just thought it was a wee bit of a kind of fun thing to keep people engaged and give the wee bit of a grey matter a bit of work. So thank you very much for watching. I think I've talked about everything. I'm going to leave it there. Wee Bob is out. Bye.